What's up, my fellow creators? Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me for a moment in Becky's House of Cards. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below so you always know when the next video does go live. Make sure you do check out my channel for more pick-a-card readings, zodiac readings, positivity, and so much more. And I appreciate you guys coming on for this reading for the new moon in Gemini that is happening actually as I'm recording this. So I was a little bit behind on my videos this week, but I am going to get this out today or late tonight. And excuse me, I just want to let you guys know that this is going to be a what are you de-stressing in this time. This moon is all about de-stressing, letting go of those things that really are keeping us in the mode of worrying about our dreams, worrying about our life, and bringing us into this energy of really daydreaming and allowing ourselves to daydream and allowing ourselves to be more open to those things and those projects and those areas in our lives that allow us to just have more fun and be lighthearted, right? Gemini is connected with the hands, so this might be a time of taking those idle hands and making them more productive, or it could be vice versa, like you've been too productive and you need to become more idle. So we'll find out as we get further into the reading, just to letting you know what this is all about. But let's see what we got going on here. So source, what messages do we have for the collective in regards to what this new moon is bringing in? What's de-stressing for the collective? Piles 1, 2, and 3 during this new moon in Gemini. What is de-stressing for the collective in this new moon in Gemini? How can we help them out? Bring in these powerful energies. What is de-stressing for Gemini? For the collective in this Gemini new moon at this time? Piles 1, 2, and 3 source. What is de-stressing for the collective? Piles 1, 2, and 3 in this new moon in Gemini. How can we help out the collective? What do they need to know? Piles 1, 2, and 3. What are they de-stressing in this new moon? What are they letting go of? What is coming in? What messages do you have for the collective in regards to the new moon? Piles 1, 2, and 3. What do they need to know? Pile 1. First card coming out. All right, cool. Thank you, source. All right, and for pile 2, what are they de-stressing in this new moon in Gemini? What do they need to know? Ooh, okay. Pile 2. And pile number 3, what do they need to know? Whoa, okay. Thank you, source. And pile number 1, what else do they need to know? What are they de-stressing in this new moon? Thank you. And pile number 2, what are they de-stressing in this new moon? What do they need to know? Whoa, okay, so these 2 cards are trying to come out, so I'm going to take them. And pile number 3, what are they de-stressing in this new moon? What do they need to know? Okay, I hear you. This card wants to come out. Pile 1, what are they de-stressing during this new moon? What are they de-stressing during this new moon, source? Okay, I'm hearing you. They want this card. Okay. And pile number 3, what are they de-stressing during this new moon? Whoa, you all are getting your cards thrown out on everything, so perfect. Let me put these over here. For all piles, I'm definitely getting this sense that you guys are all connecting with your heart more. You know, being that Gemini is an air sign, it's definitely about connecting with the heart chakra. So absolutely opening up to your intuition and listening to your guides. Okay, pile number 1, we've got the dragon card, magic and manifestation. For pile number 2, source, thank you. We have Asclepius, I'm not sure how you say that, Asclepius. And pile number 3, may I please have a dragon card for pile number 3? May I please have a dragon card for pile number 3? 1 card, please. I keep hearing this one, so I'm going to take it. Okay, we've got Father Time. Okay, so we've got number 7, we have number 18, and we have number 5. Okay, and let me move these over here. Make sure I have room. Move these over. Okay, so we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and ask Source, what is it that you're de-stressing in this new moon? And then when you come back, whichever one you're drawn to, it should be the pile for you intuitively. Make sure you are listening to your intuition and you're not just listening to your ego and choosing what you want. You know, sometimes we get stuck in that. Okay. We'll move these over to the side here. Pile 3, pile 2. Okay, so for those of you that chose the Magic and Manifestation card, the Dragon, it's a beautiful card to start off with, huh? Let's see what you guys are de-stressing in this new moon. We have the Four of Swords. Wow. The Four of Pentacles, the Four of Coins in reverse. Thank you, Mercury retrograde. We have the Empress in reverse. And we have Death in the upright. Okay. Right off the bat, you guys are taking back your power. So there's been this sense of hiding from yourself, from the truth of what you are, from the truth of who you are. And I feel like it has been making you feel this sense of instability in your own life. And you're in this place of really truly embracing that right now. You're in this place of trying to let this go. I feel like you were in a place before. This is what you're releasing, what you're de-stressing, right? You were in a place of having rigid thoughts, like not wanting to try anything new, not wanting to branch out from where you were, not wanting to have that beauty come into your life, really. You know, with the Four of Coins in the upright, it talks about financial stability, material manifestation stability, right? And we're talking about magic and manifestation we're starting with. Right? And 4 is a very powerful number for you. You do have some sort of moving forward with the 3-4. You know, you go 3-4-3. And so you've got this, wow, 4-3-4. So 3-4-3 may be an important number for some of you guys. I'm not sure why it came out that way, but it did. Mercury retrograde. We're just going to blame it on that, okay? But we are looking at this idea of really branching out. It's like before you were kind of worried about what it was that people were thinking about you. You had this energy of not being able to embrace new ideas because there was some part of your egoic aspect that was inhibiting you from embracing new ideas. So it's kind of like shedding the layers, right? So you're shedding the layers of ego that are holding you back right now, and you're allowing yourself to come up into a more open mindset. You know, with this Death card on the end here, talking about that major transformation, letting go of what's no longer serving you. It's like there's nothing really here in the future. It's more about turning your back or letting this go, this image, this idea of maybe giving your power to other people. Right? I really get the feeling that you were really holding on to what others were thinking. You were thinking that that's what was going to bring you into this state of manifestation. It was like getting approval from other people, and that's okay, pile 1. I don't want you to beat yourself up for being in that energy, because so many of us start that way, and so many of us actually, I think that's one of the things that's the hardest to shed, because we're in such a really, our society is based on believing that what others think of us is who we are. So I don't want you guys to really be in this area of saying, well, I shouldn't have been like that. Like, I should have done it sooner. You know, no, it's like sometimes we have to wait for these beautiful energies to come in that will allow us to see that what is really stressing us out is how others view us. And sometimes it's like you get stuck in a project or doing something because that's what you thought you wanted to do, and you really start showing up for it, and you see that it's making you feel really guilty, or it's making you feel really bad. And so it's like you kind of kept on with that project for a long time because that's what you told everybody you were going to do. And sometimes it takes this energy coming in to wipe that out, to realize it's not about what you've told everybody else in the past. It's not about the image that you've tried to hold up to everybody in the past. This is truly about following your heart. Okay, this is truly about allowing your truth to shine through. And I feel like in the past, you really, really felt like whatever it was that you told everybody was your truth. And you thought that this was what was going to bring you stability. And it didn't. It didn't. And so you're really shedding this. It's letting this go. It's allowing yourself to see yourself, to see yourself for who you are. I think that you ran from that from some time, pile one, because seeing your heart meant that you might have to walk away from people, places, and things that you thought were always going to be around. And that's that energy, you know, you've got this Four of Coins here, which is definitely talking about that material security, but it is in the reverse, right? And it's talking about not being able to take on these new ideas. And I think that that's what scared you for so long. You scared yourself. Your abilities to manifest, your abilities to bring magic into your own life scared you so much that it kept you from really embracing who you were. And that's okay. Like, I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm just pointing it out because I think sometimes we don't realize that it's not even fear that's holding us back. It's fear of our success, which is holding us back, because that means that we have to let go of something in order to allow for the new. And so right now you're really de-stressing. You're stopping with this energy of being in rigid thinking, of not accepting new ways, of letting go of the egoic self, of thinking that all you need to bring into life is money or material things, because that's not necessarily true, right? It's like, I feel like right now you're fresh meat for new ideas, and I don't mean that in a bad way. That's just what's coming through. It's like this fresh energy. You have a fresh start. You have a brand new clean slate to start from, and I feel like you feel that energy too. I think that it's coming through very, very strongly right now. And it's like, what is more important to you? And that's the funny thing here, is that this Empress in reverse, I mean, it is referring to your energy, but it is also referring to someone else that's very intrusive in your life. This could be a maternal figure that's in your life that's always, you know, wanting to know what it is that you're up to. What are you doing? What are you getting into? What are you spending your time doing? You said you were going to do this. Now, are you really doing that? And then it's also saying about how you're not in your power, because you've given this person, this could be a father too, it could be a brother, a sister, it could be anybody. The gender really doesn't matter. It's just somebody who embodies this Empress energy, right? It could very well be a Taurus, Capricorn, Libra, or Scorpio. It does not have to be, but those are the energies that are coming through right now. I am getting heavy Sagittarian energy for some reason as well. It could be because they are the opposite of Gemini, and that could be why it's coming in right now. Does not have to be, okay? But this person has taken away your power, and it's like, because you've let them, okay? It's not because they're trying to control you. It's because for a long time, I think that you have told them everything about your life, and now you're starting to pull away from that. And now that you're trying to pull away from this project or the situation that you got yourself into, you're seeing that it's not serving your highest good. They're like constantly on your back about it. Like, well, what about this? What about this? And I get this feeling that like you're just done. You're done trying to dodge bullets here. It's like basically like you don't even want to talk about it to them. And that's okay. Like that's an okay place to come from. Okay, like I don't want you guys to feel guilty about not wanting to talk to them about it. Sometimes we have to protect ourselves, and we have to allow ourselves the space to figure ourselves out, and not let other people who think they know our lives better than they know their own. Like if they're trying to control our lives, it's because they don't want to look at one aspect of their own life, right? And that's what really happens. It means that you're the center of my attention because you're taking me away from the bullshit that I have to deal with in my own life. And so you're really coming into this place of de-stressing yourself, realizing that this person has no true control over you. You're realizing that situation has no true control over you, that you're the one that controls your outcome. And look at that, stepping right up into this death energy. This is the death of ego, right? There's nothing in front of it, so it's not even asking you to cut it out. You're not even worried about the future. And right now you're more concerned with this now moment and how to release this anxiety, this worry, this stress from your now moment, because it has been a backbreaking, feeling like you're carrying the world on your shoulder situation. And it is because you didn't want to let go of the ego that was tied to this. I feel like that's that energy of being there for so long, right? Being there for so long and not knowing how to say no more, right? Not knowing how to say I can't do this anymore. And this is really talking about letting go of that, the situation that's no longer serving you. Like, this is a timeline. Like, this is what's coming up. This is the emotions that you're dealing with. And this is what you're doing with it. And you're letting it go. You're allowing your abundance to come in. And that's the funny thing. Like, with this card, I always get this energy that it's not just you that's dealt with this. This is coming from past energy as well. And so this could very well be that this person that's involved, this is, like I said, it's somebody that's been around for a long time. It's like you could be also shedding energy that they've placed on you and has held you back. And it's not even your energy to carry, because it's just something that you have to overcome. Okay. And so there's a new sense of creativity coming in. You're really dealing with this. Like, you have to understand, pile one, if this has not arisen just yet, it will start to come up. This is very deeply rooted in your subconscious. You know, when we talk about Scorpio energy, this death energy, it's always about being so far buried within us that it's like, how do we get over it? You know, like, because it kind of it'll surface, and then we'll feel like we've dealt with a piece of it, or we've thought we've gotten over it, and then it surfaces again, and we're like, I thought I got over this. And then it surfaces again. We're like, damn, I really thought I got over this. Like, it surfaces again, and we're like, are you serious? Right? And you're just peeling back these layers of the onion. And so that's what this is saying. For this to come up, it's like, when you overcome this aspect of it, now you're going to find true stability from within, and understanding that you are the creator of your reality. And that in itself will bring you into a state of harmony, of peace, of feeling free. Because true freedom is the understanding that you control your reality through what you do, the time and energy you put into your projects, and saying no to things that aren't serving you, and saying yes to things that are for you, right? It's saying yes to yourself and no to other people, right? Like, that is so backwards from what we were raised in, because we were told to say yes to everyone else and put ourselves on the back burner. And so now Source is really bringing in, our godmother moon is bringing in with this new moon, this energy of saying it's time to deal with this. And the moon is such a beautiful thing too, because that's the purging of the subconscious. Okay, I do want to get one clarifying card, and then we'll move on to our oracle cards. Wow, look at that. The Tower in reverse. Okay, yeah, so be weary. Be weary of trying to, like this is talking about devastation. Okay, this is talking about some disastrous situation that will come through that will make you really deal with this. Okay, and usually when the house of God is in the upright, you're talking about things are falling apart still. Well, in the reverse, it's like it comes in and it just basically hits you so hard. It's like, how do I overcome this, right? Well, understanding that this isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. And whatever this situation is, it's not a reflection of you. It has come to make you a stronger person. So if this hasn't happened, it will happen. And I'm glad that this card came out saying this, because it's a warning to you to understand that no matter how bad things seem outside of you, no matter how turbulent things are on the outside of you, it's all happening for good reason. It's all happening for you. Okay? And it's going to be a sudden change, right? You might feel like things are going backwards. You might feel like things are up in an upheaval. It might feel very heartbreaking. It might feel like things are just not fair. And Source is telling you that sometimes we have to bring in these sudden changes, because you've been so stuck in your emotional ego for so long that the only way to transform is to have something completely uprooted from your life. Right? And you see these two people are falling out of the tower. It's like, I always look at this as you and your ego are falling out of the tower. And it's like, you know, God comes in and it's like, you get the enlightenment. You get the enlightenment. It's like you've been getting the enlightenment on this for a while, pile one, but I feel like you maybe have been ignoring it because it's too hurtful. It's too painful. And so Source is telling you, like, there may be a situation that arises that makes this feel unfair, is the word that's coming through. Unfair, but it's for your own good, right? This is about de-stressing your life. And sometimes in order to de-stress our lives, we have to go through the stress of it to understand that it's not serving us. May I please have an Earth Magic card for pile number one? May I please have an Earth Magic card for pile number 1? Okay, thank you. And then may I also have an Animal Oracle for pile number 1? May I please have an Animal Oracle card? I know. You want this one. I heard you. I heard you. I heard what you wanted. Yeah, look, we've got Cave Sanctuary coming out. So when this situation happens, I feel like you're going to want to draw away from everybody. Do not isolate yourself. Don't make yourself feel like you need to go into a prison state of mind where you're just like basically denying yourself everything. And rather, you need to make yourself a sanctuary. You need to bring a sense of creation back into your life. How can you focus on what it is that's serving you? So are you an artist? Are you a writer? Are you a singer? Are you a magician? Musician? Whatever it is that you like to do. It could be roller skating. It could be, you know, quilting. It could be anything. Whatever it is that you like to pass time with. That's what you need to pour yourself into and allow yourself to kind of come into that zone. Now, I'm not ever going to recommend this. And I want to bring this up because Source is kind of pushing it on me. Do not get involved in those games, those mindless games, the things that make you just pass time without thinking. No, like you need to come into something that makes your hands move, your hands work. You need to put your hands to work so that you can clear your mind, not be mindless. This is about clearing your mind so that you can really feel this situation through, because this really does feel disastrous. Okay? This is like a breaking up of what once was a family, a breaking up of what once felt like stability. And once you come into that state of really working with your hands, you're going to see with a clear mind that this was just a false sense of stability. There never was any stability here. Like if you look at him, it's like he got prepared. He has his paints down here, right here in the corner. And it's like he's got his fire burning and the sun is setting back here. He's in this cave. It looks like a womb. It's safe for him. It's okay for him to be in there. He's away from people, just working on himself. And he came because he was going to get involved in something that he loves to do. He's drawing on the cave wall. It's like, I don't care what anybody else is doing. I have to do this for myself. Okay, and that's the energy that this card comes with. This is, again, about learning how to speak and find your own truth. Wow. What did I say with this card? This is a sense that maybe whoever this person is has gone through it and they've passed it on to you. And I said in the beginning that this was a mother, and we've got polar bear ancestors coming out. And the number 26. And didn't I say that number 8 was very important with this card? Like that was the energy that I was getting, was number 8. And 26 equals 8. Like it's, I love when this stuff happens. I just love it. So polar bear is talking about how this has been something that's been passed down through your ancestral bloodline. And now it's your turn to shine. And again, all these blues coming through, talking about finding your truth. Now it's your time to shine, pile 1. Now it's your time to speak your truth. Now it's your time to purify your soul for what you want to do and not what other people are telling you you need to be doing. You know, I think everybody says things with the best of intentions because, again, it's like, I will bring this up, it's like a Shema. It's practicing nonviolence, and so many people don't know what that is, right? And nonviolence is saying that I'm going to let you live your life the way that you need to live your life, because if I don't, it's me saying I know how to live your life better than I know how to live my own. Okay, and I know I mentioned that in the beginning, but it's just reiterating this energy of saying that somebody's coming in saying they know how to live your life better. And I'm not saying that you need to yell and scream about it. No, you need to let this play out however it is. And how do you do that? Sometimes you just have to be silent and walk away and truly let the situation play out at hand, because there's nothing more that you can add to it. There's nothing more that you can say. And there's nothing more that you can do to change these people's minds. There's nothing that you can show them or prove to them to make them see that you're worthy of the things that you desire and that you're worthy of the dream that you have, because in their mind, you're an extension of them and they don't feel worthy and they don't feel deserving. So by default, they don't think that you're worthy and deserving, and they want to live vicariously through you and somehow push their own dreams and desires onto you. And that's where you need to put up this this wall. And that's what's really stressing you out. It's like it's making you feel insignificant. Okay, and look, we've got magic and manifestation. These dragons are a beautiful pair with 2 equal parts, magic and manifestation. These unusual dragons are powerful allies to have and are amongst the most influential and magical of all dragons yet to come to Earth. They are the alchemists. If they have shown themselves to you, their message is this: we have danced into your consciousness to reassure you that the worst is now behind you. Your journey has been a long and arduous one at times. Now look to the future and embrace what is to come. Call upon us when you want things to swoop into your life. We are here to help turn your dreams into reality, change your world, and support you as you take on this transformation. Like, this card is summing up everything that I said. Like, I love when Source does this. Look deep inside and ask, is that what I really want? Once you are clear about your choices, we will assist you in your task. They carry the limitless energy of magic and manifestation and warn, be sure and clear in your intentions when invoking our presence, for we are the alchemists. Is what you are asking for what you truly desire? Will it serve and benefit your higher purpose? They will dive to your aid when you need any kind of practical support. If you need help on a specific aspect of your physical existence here on Earth, call upon their dynamism to help you manifest it. These dual dragons are the miracle makers. Yeah, you're about, if you have not branched off from this, or if this has not happened yet, it's coming. But understanding that this is the worst of the worst and you don't have to go through that anymore. This is going to make you more powerful than you ever realized. This is going to bring you into an energy of stability for yourself. And I think that's not something that you've actually experienced in the past, Pile 1. And so this is going to be some new energy that you're bringing in. And it can be frightening. It can be frightening to be self-sufficient. It can be frightening to be self-reliant. Okay, and that's what these dragons came to remind you, that is by our nature what we're supposed to be. And for so long, I think you've relied on others to help you make decisions. And it's okay. I think a lot of people have gone through this. And some are yet to have understood this. And others have long passed this, right? It's like you're not the first to experience this. Nor will you be the last to go through this, okay? So just understanding that you have a beautiful change that's coming in, or that has come in, and allow that change to really bring in a transformation for yourself. Even though this felt like it was the end of the world, it was meant to happen this way so that you really could embrace the change. Like, unfortunately, sometimes we have to get our hearts so broken so that we actually, and look at this, I split the deck and death came up again. I mean, it's in the reverse, but it came up again. Like, sometimes we have to ignore our transformations in order for our hearts to be broken so that we can have the truth of the transformation come in. It's just, we're all at different aspects on our journey, right? We're all at different aspects on our journey, and that's a beautiful part of this. That's a true beautiful part of this. Okay, Pile 1? I hope this brought you some love and clarity. Know that I am encouraging you and I believe in you. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, set that notification bell down below. And thank you for joining me for a moment in Becky's House of Cards and sending out so much light and love. And as always, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Becky's out of the house for now, but until we meet each other again, mwah, peace out. I love y'all. Bye. All right, I'm moving on to pile number 2. So for those of you that chose Asclepius, this is, what am I de-stressing in this new moon in Gemini? Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so we have the 6 of Swords in the upright. Woo, the 9 of Swords in the upright. Followed by the 10 of Cups in the reverse. Okay. All right, so this is some interesting energy coming through. Like, you guys are, I'm just going to say, pile 2, you're on a roll. You are on a roll. Okay, you're tired of being in this energy of starting over, falling from grace, supporting everybody else and not supporting yourself. Like, that's what stressed you out, is that you've given so much to everybody else. You've given so much energy and time and effort to everybody else that you don't know what it is that you want. And you're in this energy of like, no matter what, I will manifest my dreams. No matter what, I will manifest my prosperity, my wealth, my health, my love, whatever it is. I'm going to bring balance and harmony into my life. I'm not going to let others control me anymore. I'm not going to let others tell me what to do. I'm not going to let others' opinions of me determine what decisions I make. You're tired of supporting everybody else and nobody supporting you. I do want to get one clarifying card for you. May I please have a clarifying card for pile number 2? May I please have a clarifying card for pile number 2? All right, I hear you. They want this one. So we'll see what that is. Yeah, you've had a lot of non-committal relationships in your life, whether that's lovers, family, friends, it doesn't matter. Look at this. They want me to put this over here. You were stuck in your head. You could very well be an air sign. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, all of them coming through. You might have Pisces in your sign. Does not have to be. You could be dealing with any one of these. I'm also getting Taurus very heavily coming through as well. But there's just this energy of like feeling like you were enslaved in this situation. Like, I get this energy of you were always bound to make this mistake. Like you really felt like you were always going to be stuck doing this. You were always going to be stuck helping others. You were always going to be stuck putting others before you. And what you didn't see at the time was that you were just ignoring your ability to transform yourself, to turn into the butterfly from the caterpillar. Like you just kind of stayed the caterpillar and you made a cocoon and you didn't want to come out of the cocoon. Like that's the image I'm getting. It's almost like you peek your head out and you'd see the season around you and it wasn't quite the perfect weather and you just go back in. Right? And like that's the energy that's coming through. Like I get this like desperation. I feel like I was always destined to do this. And so what's coming up with Godmother Moon in this new moon energy in Gemini is this. They're showing this to you. They're showing you that you're not destined to be this way. You don't have to give to people if you don't want to. Like, it's okay to walk away. It's okay to tell people not now. It's okay to tell people I'm busy. It's okay to tell people no. And it's okay to say yes to yourself. Pile 2. It's okay to say yes to what you want. Look, at the center of this reading, we have this 9 of Swords in the upright. Beautiful energy coming through. Winning against all the odds. Having complete success with everything that you do. Like, if you look at this, I love this visual right here. Like, I always get this image of, like, a battle going on. Okay, like, when the 9 of Swords come up, you have this, like, lattice board up here, right? And it's, like, going through this bullshit, this mockery, this thievery, this unruly energy right here. Like you had to cut through that to get out of this cage because the cage was becoming so small you couldn't even fit in it anymore. And this energy is like always to me like a battle happened. Like you went for broke. You tried to control the situation. You were left with a lot of anxiety. You were left with a lot of fear. You were left with a lot of upset. And you're like, I'm done. I'm finished. I'm not going to live in this energy anymore. I can't. I can't live here and pretend that this is who I am. And it was like people were encouraging you to stay in this energy. And it was like finally you were like, look, I see that you guys don't have the best for me. I see that you guys don't care about what it is that I do with my life. Really, it's more or less like if I succeed, that makes you feel bad and I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm done with these non-committal relationships. I'm done being the one that's giving away to everybody. I'm done feeling like I have to be rigid in everything that I do because it bothers you, right? Because it bothers you. And I'm done like letting third parties come in and defeat me, defeat my journey, defeat what it is that I'm doing. Like a deep, deep sense of not wanting to change your ideas. I feel like these people you loved very, very much. And what's de-stressing for you is that you realize that no matter how much you love a person, sometimes you just have to let go. Sometimes you just have to let it go. Like sometimes you have to realize that it's just not serving you because look at how much it was putting you in your feelings, right? It was like you were in your feelings, not in a good way. It was like you were letting your feelings control your mind and your mind control your feelings. Like there was no balancing of the scales. And I feel like these people were feeding you a lot of negativity, maybe not intentionally. Maybe not intentionally here, right? But what was going on was that they were basically telling you without telling you that you were not good enough. And it's because they didn't feel like they could ever get up to where you were. And you walking away, or you leaving them, or you doing what was good for you, you coming up out of this cage that you'd been in for so long, it made them feel uncomfortable because it made them realize that you really truly are changing, right? And this is something that's, it's in the future, right? So it could be happening now. It could have just happened, and it might be happening soon. But it's all because you're in this mindset of, look, I'm finding balance. I'm finding alignment within myself. I'm listening to my intuition. I'm listening to what Source has for me. I want this beautiful union with Source and myself and my guides and my journey, right? Wherever it is you're at, like you want to be in union with what it is you're meant to be doing. And you said, no matter what, I'm going to battle for my own. And it's interesting because when you let this go, or as you let this go, or as you've had to let this go, wherever you are, you're realizing that at the end of the day, you were the one that was resisting because you were being stuck in by your emotions, by your heart. It was like you felt obligated to support these people emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever it was. But it was because they played dirty and they played havoc on your own heart space. And it was like I had to be there for them, because if I wasn't there for them, who else was going to be there for them? Well, you know, I often tell people this because I think a lot of people think that about a job. And I don't know why I'm bringing this up for a job. This could have been a job. It doesn't have to be. It could very well be family. Like this is, you know, leadership cards in my deck. So this is very much a place of leadership, helping people. But when it's in the reverse, it's like falling from that leadership. It's like you're not really the leader. It's like everybody else is dependent on you, but not in a good way. Like they're only dependent on you when they need something. And then when they don't need something, or they need your energy, when they don't need that, they leave you in the dirt, in the dust, right? And so I always tell people with the job, like, don't think that you're not replaceable, right? At the end of the day, no matter what you give to this job, no matter what you give to this position, you're still replaceable, and you'll be treated as such, especially if you come in with this attitude like, I'm irreplaceable. No, really, at the end of the day, even if they need to replace you with 4 or 5 different people, a company will do that, okay? And that's the energy that's coming in. So it's like family. If you think this family is dependent on you, it's like, think about them. Are some of them older than you? Well, who were they dependent on before you came along? Right? If it's a lover, who were they dependent on before you came along? Like, no matter what, at the end of the day, this energy will find a way to thrive with or without you. Right? With or without you. I'm so sorry, Pile 2. Like, I don't mean to be the one to break this news to you, because I think that feeds into our ego, right? It makes us feel like we're needed. But right now, I think you're realizing, and that's what's de-stressing for you, is that you need yourself. You need to be there for yourself, because this situation isn't, these people aren't, this job isn't, this place is not there for you the way that you need to be there for you. And I feel like you've given a lot. Like, you've given a lot of your energy to balance this out, and it's just not working out for you the way that it is, that you thought it would. And you're seeing that it's a lot of, like, there's no commitment. It's like, I'm committed, but they're not. I'm giving 110%, they're giving 10. It's like, how does that even out? It doesn't. It doesn't. It's like, oh, or okay, so if you're one of those people that's crazy with numbers, okay, so you're giving 90% and they're giving 10. Well, just because you're at 100%, that doesn't make it even. It should be 50-50 no matter how you look at it. Equal give and take. Balance. Right? The 6 of Swords is beautiful because it's perfectly balanced. It's within these lines. It knows that it will grow balanced within this cage because it controls the size of this cage. When it grows, the cage grows because it's allowing space for more to come in. right? You're going to allow more for space to come in. This is about completing a cycle. This has been a cycle in your life for a very long time. This has been something that has come up with multiple different situations. I feel like you've had to walk away from so many things, and you're just kind of in this energy of like, why? Why? Because you haven't been the person to yourself that you have been in these situations. So that's what I think New Moon and Gemini wants to bring up to you, to ask you this question. Our Mother Moon says, how can you become the reliable person in your life for yourself, for your dreams, for what you wish to accomplish, the way that you have been for everybody else? Because I feel like, Pile 2, you're a very giving person. You're very kind. You're very generous with your energy. And yet, I get this sense that it's like you're boiling an empty pot. Like you're so depleted that you're boiling an empty pot. And it's like, in boiling this empty pot, all you're doing is burning yourself out. Like, I have no idea where that came from. And that, hopefully that makes sense to you guys. But that's the image that's coming in. It's like the fire's on high, and it's a black kettle pot on the back burner, and there's no water in it. It's just on high. It's just burning, and smoke is coming out. Smoke is coming out. And it's like, all you want to do is relax and rest. And it's like, but every time you sit down, and it's like you have a moment to yourself, and the minute you go, boom, things start happening. You get the phone call. You get a knock on the door. You get a text message. You get a messenger. Whatever it is. It's like people are asking for your attention. And that's when they're saying, put your phone on silent. Shoot, put it in another room for an hour. Start putting yourself first, Pile 2, because this is a very stressful situation for you. You just want love. You want equal give and take love. You want that beautiful place, and where it's like, I can be a leader, but I want others to lift themselves up too. I don't want to be the only one that takes care of them. Like, can't they take care of me too? No, they can't take care of you if you don't take care of you. You're asking someone else to do something that you're not willing to do. And a leader is someone who gets in the trenches with their team. They're not up on the chair screaming and cracking the whip over their back. They're the ones at the front of the line helping pull whatever it is that needs to be pulled. Do you see what I'm saying? So right now it's like you want to be the leader, but you're asking everybody else to give to you what you can't give to yourself. It doesn't matter how much you give to everybody else. What matters is ourselves. And that feels so selfish. It does. It feels very selfish. And I feel like I already feel like a little bit of resistance coming in right now from you, because it's so foreign to you. It's a foreign energy. It's not something that you can embrace freely. You really have to work for this. But understanding that when you do work for it, Pile 2, and you let this energy go that's been holding you down, that's been holding you back, this is an anchor in your journey. And it's been keeping you stagnant for a long time. When you let go of that anchor and you cut off that rope, the freedom that you feel, I think, is what's going to really carry you through. Let's get an animal oracle card as well for you. What animal oracle card will help out pile number 2? Thank you, Source. It's very important for you to ground yourself in this time and to connect with your guides. Like, really listen to your intuition. Really listen to what's coming up for you. Look. We have stone people coming through, staying vigilant towards your path, towards your success, your one of success. Not because you're afraid you're not going to get it, but because you know it's coming to you, right? These stone people, they weather the storm. This has been such a popular card coming out. And there's tons of cards in this deck. It's just that this has been so popular coming out. And it's just telling you, it's sometimes you have to go through the hurricane. Sometimes you have to go through the really crazy rainstorm. Sometimes you have to deal with things that you don't want to deal with. But how can you stay firm and strong in your energy, knowing that that outside thing, it's not going to truly affect you unless you allow it to? And that's staying vigilant to your path, staying vigilant to your course, staying vigilant to yourself, right? Look at this. We have the number 5, half of 10, asking you to change. Wolverine, fierceness. Okay, it's okay to be fierce towards your success and your journey. Don't be mean to other people, but be willing to set boundaries for yourself. Be willing to say enough is enough. Like, I've already given too much to you guys today. I'm taking back myself. And you don't have to even say it like that. You can just tell them, you know what? Today is not a good day. Neither is tomorrow. And maybe next week, but we'll see. I'll have to check my calendar. Like, it's just being the business person and allocating your time in a very conducive way so that you always put yourself first, right? Have you been your friend today? Okay, well, no, I need a half an hour today so that I can go and talk to myself outside and really deal with something that's been bothering me. Okay, have you gone out and spent time in nature? No, I need to go take an hour-long walk around the park. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, don't say no to yourself because these other people are promising you something that's better. It's not better, because all it's going to do is deplete your energy and make you feel trapped. This is freedom. They're telling you that you're de-stressing and bringing yourself up into a place of freedom. But you have to be willing to change and be that person that's going to set boundaries for yourself and not give in to what other people are telling you, because they're going to tell you all kinds of things to get you to come and do what they want you to do. And that's not fair to you. So Asclepius was a healer of great repute in his time, and this dragon in particular reminds us that inside us too are great healers. The dragon Asclepius, I'm not sure how you say this, Asclepius, has particular connections with practitioners who use healing plants. These are herbalism, essential oils, homeopathy, and flower essence. He also connects with all animal healers, including vets. Add this to his rather shamanic energy and his connection to snake. He is a very powerful ally, and snake is about creation. All in all, Asclepius is a dragon of the healer and the shaman. If he has stepped into your spread today, it is to remind you that you can call upon his powerful energy, and together you have an immense combination of transmutation and transformation, accepting that your journey on earth is about life, death, and rebirth, as we grow and blossom personally and spiritually. He has this to say: you are on the cusp of transformation. Allow me to guide you forwards along the winding road. Remember, hold on to what you know to be true, for it is your journey and yours alone. Life never stands still. It is forever changing and evolving, and together we can transmute that which binds you. Look, this is so perfect, because this is about your journey, and this is about you taking time for yourself, right? It's like you're trying to include all these other people into your journey and therefore ignoring your transformation. And like I said, this is a powerful change, right? This is a powerful transformation. These two cards go hand in hand. This is about embracing your fierceness within and letting that transformation come, because you have something so beautiful to offer the world. But the more that you ignore yourself, the more you're going to keep getting yourself in these situations that bind you. Like he says, he's here to help you release what's binding you, right? It's going to keep you in this mental prison, and it's mental. It's something you've made up in your mind. What if what you think to be true isn't actually true? Woo. What if what you think to be true isn't actually true? And what if it's what you think to be true that's actually holding you in a space of, what is it? Indecision. It's holding you in a space of stagnation. It's holding you in a space of lack and suffering. What if? Right? And that sometimes is hard to accept. Like sometimes that's just really hard for us to grasp onto, because we've done things the same way for so long. And so ask Asclepius to come into your life. Asclepius. There's no PH, it's P. Asclepius. Ask him to come into your life and ask him to help you transmute this energy that's been holding you back and making you feel enslaved and making you feel like you're supporting everyone else. Ask him to help you transmute that into an energy that's always standing there for yourself and making sure that you're showing up for yourself, okay? This is what I have for you, pile number 2. Thank you for coming in. You're de-stressing a lot. You're going to be letting go of a lot in this new moon. Allow it time to sink in. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below. Set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again. Mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye. All right. And I'm moving on to pile number 3. 3 indeed, with the Father Time and the number 5. He's so intense looking. Like, this dragon is just so intense. His face and everything. It kind of reminds me of, what's the lion from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? What's his name? Aslan? Yeah, I think that's his name. That's the, like, his face just reminds me of that dragon. Like, intense, but so loving at the, well, I guess Father Time, right? So loving at the same time. So, what are you de-stressing in this new moon in Gemini? So, we've got the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Ooh, and we have the Pope in the upright. Okay. And I do want to get one clarifying card for you. I'm just going to get it right now because I got one for every other pile. So may I please have a clarifying card for pile number 3? May I please have a clarifying card for pile number 3? You guys want this one? All right. Yeah, okay. So we've got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so you guys are coming up into a huge energetic shift. Letting go of things that have made you feel like you're one-sided in the love that you give. Excuse me, I needed a drink. My goodness. Yeah, you guys are letting go of things I think that are waste of time. You're letting go of things that feel deceitful. You're letting go of things that aren't serving your highest good, right? Like, you're really letting go of these things that are making you feel like stuck, jealous, insecure, like overwhelmed. You're letting go of these things, and I think that's what stressed you out so much. You know, we've got the the Seven of Wands here highlighted in the reverse, and then clarified by the Knight of Cups in the reverse. And this is really talking about those loves that only want something because it makes them look good, right? Like, this is a very interesting energy to come in, because the Knight of Cups is very romantic, but he doesn't have a very deep cup. His cup is very shallow, right? He's not the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is not really willing to give his cup away to just anybody, but the Knight of Cups is very much giving his cup away to everybody. And so this is that energy of like, whoever this person is or whoever these people are, they only want to be with you because you bring some sort of validation to an egoic part of themselves, right? And that's the thing. I think that you've been fighting with this for some time. I feel like you've been fighting this energy for a long time. You've been unsure of this energy, and it's made you feel like you've given a lot. And the reason you've given a lot is that you didn't want to deal with your own emotional heartbreak. I feel like you had a really bad broken heart in the past, whether that was with somebody from your childhood or with a lover. Like, I'm getting the sense that this was a really bad heartbreak with a lover. Like, somebody cheated on you, somebody bruised you, somebody like hurt you really bad. It could have been a beating situation, you know, like these are things that are coming through right now. So this is a very heavy energy that's coming through. Like, immediately I feel worn out from it. I feel like you had to constantly fight, and it was constantly, you're unsure of what tomorrow would bring, or even unsure of what the next minute would bring. And I feel like there's this energy that you finally were like, you know what, I'm done. Like, I need to really get out of this energy. I need to come up into an energy so that I can bring justice to myself and stop being in this energy of like letting somebody else do this to me, thinking that it's okay, or excusing their energy, right? So, and it doesn't have to be that bad. It could feel that bad, right? So it doesn't have to be so extreme, but that doesn't make it any less extreme on the emotions, if that makes sense, guys. Okay, so it could have just been something as simple as this person walked out on you, and they might not have cheated on you. It just might have been they just left, or they ghosted you, or they didn't treat you the way that you thought they were going to. Whatever it is, right? It doesn't make it any less tragic or traumatic for us. Some people have to deal with just physically harder things, okay, to get the same results. It's really crazy how life works. So this is really being highlighted that this situation was very stressful for you. I feel like you were in this situation because it was financially supportive toward you. And if it wasn't financially supportive, it was just physically supportive toward you in the 3D. It made you, like I was saying, this energy of that egoic fulfillment and validation of like, oh, being with this person gives me some sort of validation. You also were in this energy of being in this situation gave me some sort of validation. And I feel like that's being highlighted to you, that That's where all your anxiety, your uncertainty, and your battles were coming from, right? And you didn't want to act because you were so worried about the situation. Like, you didn't want to take any motion forward because it was like, I felt like I needed to be committed to the situation for my life. Wow. Something to do with your guys' eyes. Like, my eyes just started burning so bad. Like, give me just a second here. I may have to pause the video. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. Hold on, guys. Yeah, I'm going to pause the video. This is real. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I had to do that. My eyes just started burning so bad. And then it was crazy. As soon as I paused the video, they told me to take a drink of water, and then my eyes stopped burning. And then I heard it that you didn't want to see this. You did not want to see this. Like, you wanted the stress factor to be something else. Like, you were hoping it was yourself, or you were hoping it was like something that was outside of this situation, this connection, this place, this person, whatever it is, right? Because everybody's at a different point in their life. And you didn't want to see this. Like, you didn't want to see what was really going on. And it's like you almost closed your eyes to the severity of this situation, and you tried to blame everything but what it was. And now you're coming up into a time of prosperity and security within yourself. Like, this is security with your spiritual self. I feel like you finally had to really get connected with your spiritual side so that you could see this for what it was. There was a lot of passion that was derived from this situation, but that's all it was passion. There was nothing else. There was not a want to get emotionally connected. There was not a want to get mentally connected. There was just a drive for passion. So I am getting that energy that this was a past lover. Like, that's coming through so strongly here. Like, romantic failure is what I'm hearing. And it made you feel really bad. It's like, and you could be older. Like, my pile threes, I'm getting this sense that you are an older individual. Okay, and not by any means, it doesn't matter your age, right? You're only as old as you think you are. But this is not for, like, those younger viewers, like the ones that are only, like, 18. And if you are younger, it's because you have a very old soul. And the interesting thing is that we start with 5 and we end with 5. And so this is a huge transformation for you. We're right in the middle of the year right now. This new moon is happening almost exactly in the middle of the year. And so this is like a transitional period for you to move forward. And I think that there's this energy of, like, you were resisting this, and then it was finally like you had to take some time to yourself and ask, is this really what I want? Is this really what I'm dying to have in my life? Is this really serving me to the best of my ability? It could be that you're newer to this journey, or it could be that you're coming into such a transitional period that you're willing to listen to your guides now and not follow what your ego is telling you. Like I'm saying, this energy is highlighted at the center of this reading. And so it's like, you thought it was prosperous going into this. You thought that there was this beautiful new opportunity going into this. And really, at the end of the day, you realized that it wasn't. And so what happened is you moved on from that, or you're about to move on from that, or you're going to move on from this. And you're coming into this energy of union with higher self, with higher beings, with your guides, your angels, right? Like, the Pope card is very, very religious. It's a very spiritual card overall, but it's very religious. And I'm not saying that you're into religion, but you think about the fatherhead, right? You think about the Pope. And you think about how he is to others. Like, he is the father. It's like you're coming out of this unbalanced masculine energy, because it's unbalanced because your feminine energy was balanced, and you're walking into this balance of mind, body, and soul. And this is like passion for helping others. I get this very deep sense that you really, really want to help others. You could very well be a Taurus. Heavy Taurus energy coming in, Scorpio energy, Leo energy, also Capricorn, and Virgo. Does not have to be. But this is like, you really want to help others on their journey. Like, you want to be looked up to as this leader. And that's what Source is saying. Like, the new moon is bringing this to light for you. This is a very Wow. I almost lost my voice. You guys have had a lot. Like your reading in this short time is giving me a lot of body stuff going on. You guys need to connect with your body. You need to make sure you're grounded in your body. Not just moving towards spiritual things. It's okay to be involved in the spiritual side of things. It's okay to be involved with the higher realms in things, but you need to make sure you have your 2 feet on the ground, right? Like you can't always be in spiritual, in the spirit realm, because you'll lose sight of this physical reality. And part of living in a human body is to experience the physical reality. But you guys very much want to lead others. Like I feel like you want to be a figurehead for others, and you're moving towards that. And it's just really letting go of this stress, letting go of this situation that has brought so much pain and suffering into your life. And also letting go of that superficial need in your own life, like feeling like you need to have something just so that you can say that you have it. I feel like Spirit really wants to bring this through. Like my eyes are watering. I feel like I'm crying. Like there's no reason for it. Like I'm telling you guys, my whole body is feeling it right now. Oh my goodness. You guys have been through it. Like pile 3, you guys have really been through it. And if nobody has said it's okay, I'm here to tell you right now, it's okay. It's all right. Like my heart is breaking right now. Like I have so many emotions running through me. I don't even know what I can feel. Like it's anger, it's frightened, it's almost like hysterical energy. It's everything and anything in between. Happy, excited, sad, overwhelmed. Like it's just running through my whole body. Like my whole body is coursing with it right now. And I feel like you're coming into a period of creativity, but you had to really understand that this was a huge stressor for you. It was like you would fight for these things that were superficial just so that you could appear some way and hope that people would follow you. And that's being highlighted for you right now, is that you have to change yourself. You have to change this situation. You have to change what it is that you've done. I don't know why, but I feel like I need to get one more clarifying card for you. May I please have one more clarifying card for pile number 3, source? One more clarifying card for pile number 3. Yeah, they want this one. Look at that. Okay. So Cancer energy coming through. You guys have not wanted to make a decision. You've been running away from this for a long time. Like, you know that you have the choice to decide to step up into this beautiful Pope energy, or you can continue to feel spiritually defeated, right? You can continue to come from a place of manipulating others with your conversation, or you can step up into a beautiful energy and, let this go. Let this energy go. This indecisiveness. This is spiritual defeat. Like, I feel like in the past, like, you've blamed Source for what you've gone through. You blamed your angels, you blame whatever it is that you believe in. You really think it's their fault that you've never had a certain amount of happiness in your life. And I'm just here to tell you, pile 3, that happiness is not something that's given. Happiness is cultivated from within. Okay? And so you really have to come into this place of seeing that your spiritual defeat is because you're allowing these situations that are superficial. These are not real. These are just an image. You're allowing this image to control how you feel spiritually, how you feel in your heart, how you feel intuitively, rather than seeing that you're choosing this situation and it's starting to control you emotionally. And once it controls you emotionally, it's really hard to get back into that state of listening to our intuition, because we begin to get stuck in our thoughts. Like, as much as this is not swords, this is like sword energy coming through. Confusion, like restriction, imprisonment, like this not being able to see things for what they really are. And that's just because you have this beautiful energy that you're not willing to see, because you think that all these situations are a reflection of you. That's why all these anxieties are going through me right now, because you guys don't want to believe that you're worthy of this good life. You want it. You want it, but you don't want to change the belief system that's holding you back from that. And that's the biggest stressor in your life. So what are you de-stressing? Mother Moon is bringing this and highlighting this for you to show you that you can let this go. What is it in your life that has convinced you that you're not good enough? And no, it's not all these people that you've recently had in your life. This is you continuing to accept these situations rather than setting boundaries. So how can you begin to set boundaries and cultivate something new into your life and not be so spiritually defeated? You don't have to live like this, pile 3. You don't. You have something better waiting for you. May I please have an Earth Magic card for pile number 3? May I please have an Earth Magic card for pile number 3? Okay, they want this one. Wow. Your instinct is your intuition. Wolf is the intuition card in this deck. It's like, listen to your intuition. Stop listening to your emotions and your fear of what other people think of you. I think that's the problem. It's like you've been in this energy of fearing what everybody else thinks of you, and you don't want to climb the mountain. Like, this wolf has his back turned to this mountain, but at the end of the day, you still have to climb this mountain. Whether you want to or you don't, it's like you still have to climb it, right? And so how can you allow yourself that time and energy and space to come up into your own intuition so that you can allow yourself to grow beyond this? And when you're in your intuition, you're going to step up into this beautiful Pope energy of being able to help others, but first helping yourself. Like, you can't, wow, okay, I guess they want that one, but I'm going to see if that's the one that they want, because that was weird. You can't help others unless you're helping yourself. Is there any other card that you want for pile number 3? May I please have another Animal Oracle card? Nope, that's the one they want. So we're going to take it. What is it? Look at that. Will, Tiger, 37, or excuse me, 34, which is 7, right? You have luck in your life, pile 3, but you first must change what it is that you're doing, right? And part of that is by expressing your will to yourself, your willpower to yourself, like knowing that it's okay to have some sort of aggression, but not in a bad way. It's like, it's okay to be, oh, that's what I wanted to say. It's okay to be forward with your life. It's okay to come at life with this energy of being a prowess or a power animal, right? Especially if you're a woman. If you guys are a woman, you've always been kind of put on the back burner or expected to put yourself on the back burner because nobody ever placed you first, and it's because you never placed yourself first. Because you felt like you had too many other responsibilities. Like, I'm definitely getting that you guys are a much older crowd, and if you're not, just please don't take it personally. It just means that you guys are an old soul. Like, you've done this many, many lifetimes. Okay? And it's coming up that it's saying that you need to be able to embrace your own power. And when you embrace your own power, you're going to have this balance of masculine and feminine energies. And you're not going to feel spiritually defeated anymore. You're not going to come from this energy of like, everybody else controls how I feel spiritually, because they don't. But it's like you've allowed them to do that for so long, you're not even sure what's really your energy anymore. Right? Let's see what Father Time has to say. So, there we go. Father Time is probably as old as the universe itself. This commanding, wise old dragon will aid you to still the constant mind chatter and just be. What did I say? You guys need to get out of your mind and into your hearts, into your intuition. His presence supports our grounding. And I said you needed to ground. Like, that's so crazy. I love this. Okay. And brings focus to this moment. His aim is that we let go of a linear time, for it is man-made. It is a man-made concept, he says. His energy helps one enter the void, particularly useful during meditation. His message today is, now in this moment in time, it is a gift, which is why it is called present. Allow all time to stop. Break your habit of clock chasing, for in reality, it is only now. There is only now. You guys are very tongue-tied sometimes. Allow yourself to sink a little deeper into the abyss of quiet and stillness and let go. Linear time is a man-made concept, therefore it is illusionary. It only serves to fuel the doubts in your life. I am here to guide you to a more tranquil way of being. He goes into saying, The stresses of your existence are often due to the preoccupation with time. Find your point of center, breathe, and let go. Whether these anxieties are lack of time or not being good enough, nothing is gained by being fearful. Stop setting yourself unrealistic timescales and such high expectations you can achieve without making it so difficult for yourself. You, as human doings, fail to see that much of your stresses are unconscious, as they are as natural to you as breathing. Recognize them and release them. With this quietness of mind, Father Time aids us in finding a sense of clarity in all of life's situations and helps to sort out the wood from the trees, therefore allowing a new level of understanding to flow through you. A more peaceful, settled heart prevails. Yeah, this is so perfect. It's like, this is pointing this out. It's like, I feel like you're trying to push your spiritual growth so fast, pile 3. Like, you're, like I said, like you're why I kept saying I felt like you guys were an older group, because you really think that time is against you. That's why it kept coming out. Like, I could not get that out. It was just like, you really feel like a much older group to me. And again, if you're not, it's okay. It's just you're one of those people who really put yourself to time and thinking that everything in life has to be in a certain way and it has to happen in a certain time frame. Otherwise, it makes you feel insecure. And it makes you feel like you can't follow your intuition, because it's like, it's supposed to happen by this time. It's supposed to happen here. It's supposed to happen like this. Well, I'm here to tell you, it was 1:11:01 on my clock. I'm here to tell you, pile 3, that nothing ever happens the way that we expect it to. Oftentimes it will happen the complete opposite way of what we expect it to. And it puts us in a very precarious position, because we expect things. We expect things. That's it. We expect things. We don't allow things. And so in this new moon, your mother moon is bringing to you your attention of starting to allow things to happen, rather than to do things just for the superficial belief that I have to have this so that I can fit in. There's a reason that you don't feel like you fit in, and it's because you need to embrace your uniqueness. You have a beautiful gift to offer the world, and it's trying to blossom. Okay, it's really trying to blossom, but the more that you allow this superficiality, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. Okay, like, I don't know why that was just really coming through, but you have a lot of superficial things coming through for you. And the minute that you let them go, pile 3, you're going to understand something so much more beautiful about yourself and about your situation and about what it is that you've gone through. And you're not going to feel like you have to hold on to this idea of having things exactly the way that you think they need to be, so that you can prove a point to others. Like, that's really what this energy is. It's like, I need to prove a point to others. And no, you don't. You don't have to prove anything to anyone else. You have to show yourself that you're worthy of it. That's it. You have to show yourself that you're worthy of what it is that you desire in your life. If you don't, you're always going to come from this crazy ass energy of thinking that you're not worthy. You're not worthy of it. You're always worthy of second best. You're always worthy of those that are going to put you down. And I'm here to tell you, pile 3, you're so worthy. You're so worthy of everything that you want in your life. And you're worthy of having the love that you desire. And you're worthy of having actual real things in your life, not superficial things, okay? This is what I have for you. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below. Set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And I love you guys, and I'm sending out encouragement and my heart so that you guys know that you are worthy. And with that being said, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Becky's out of the house. Until we meet each other again. Mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.